Hi, Ali Alvarez here, and welcome in. This is my gift to you, and it's three prosperity keys that will change your life. And I encourage you to, these are going to be three ideas that I encourage you to play with and apply them, practice them, and use them because I can tell you about them, I can explain them to you, but they're really things that you want to put into practice. So I'm asking you, first off, to make a commitment to be an action taker, right? Because it's equivalent to me handing you a key and you're going to put that key in a drawer, or you're going to use that key to unlock um, a greater future for yourself. And that is what my hope for you is, that you're going to actually take these keys and run with them, because these can be very, very powerful. This first one that I'm going to talk to you today about is something that I actually use to explode my business, and really, really, really effective. It's what I call universe as business partner. And essentially what that means is that they kind of talk about it in quantum physics, right? That there's this field of quantum physics actually breaks it down, and like they call it sort of the field of where everything comes from, right? And some people call it, the source. Some people call it the field of possibilities. Some people call it the unconscious mind. And essentially, what you're doing is you're using that field to tap into and treat it like a business partner. And you're going to ask questions of it. You're going to uh, sort of, it's as if when you sit down to game plan and strategize and set goals for your life and for your business and for moving forward, it's almost as if this sort of field of energy is a little person sitting at the table with you, and you can direct questions toward it and you can seek answers from it. And the questions actually will open up you receiving some of the answers. And a lot of times it's not like you're going to hear something back, but a lot of times what happens is it propels that manifestation element, right? Here's my example. For me, as a yoga teacher, and I was building a private practice in New York, I would sit on the subway and I sort of like thought or felt like I was sitting down and writing out what I wanted to create in my private practice. And sometimes it would be as simple as, I just really need another client, right? And I would be documenting, and almost putting my business in numbers of like, this is what I need to, be able to do this. And it was sort of like that ask and you shall receive, right? You're sort of setting it down and you're getting yourself really, really clear. But it's that using that idea that there is almost something there that can help you as a silent partner, help you get what you want in business. Now, this might sound a little unique, but it's actually something that if you read Think and Grow Rich, if you've ever read Think and Grow Rich, it's something that Thomas Edison did a lot, right? He would actually go into a room with a notepad and he was contacting, you know, consciousness essentially, and he would sit down and he would work with this field, and that's where he was really extracting ideas from, right? He was taking, and in Think and Grow Rich he calls it we have two forms of imagination, right? We have the human imagination, which has our limits to it, and then we can tap into creative imagination, which has access to the collective unconscious, right? So it's in a way what your private business partner or your universe as business partner is you're tapping into the collective unconscious, and you're saying, this is what I need in my business, this is where I want to take my business, this is where I want to take my ideas, right? And you're doing it on a very, very conscious level, and you can almost like be a kid with it and pretend that there is this sort of person, this universe person called the universe, sitting in the room with you, helping you build your business, helping you hit your goals, right? It's a really, really powerful practice. Napoleon Hill did it in the form of a mastermind group, and he goes deep into again, in Think and Grow Rich, he goes into that detail of that in the book. And he actually did it. He put famous people. Abraham Lincoln was at his table. Thomas Edison was at his table. There's quite a few very groundbreaking inventors and leaders. I think Benjamin Franklin also. Doesn't matter, they were dead or alive. You can invite anybody you want, right? So you could also do it that way if there's actually specifically someone that you want to mentor, right? Like maybe you want Warren Buffett to be a mentor for you. You can actually, in the daydream of your mind, set up Warren Buffett as a mentor. And you know what Napoleon Hill did it with in actually is almost like a meditative state. He would sort of pick the same time every day. That's another key with that, is that you want to sort of same time, same station works really, really well when you're sort of tapping into this field. And so, you know, like with Napoleon Hill, he would like 8 o'clock every night, he'd have his business meeting, and he would like sit down, get quiet, go into like a meditative place, and he would daydream in his mind. And he did this so much that the daydreams took on a life of themselves, and that things that were happening in his life started to change dramatically. So, play with that one. Universe's business partner. And go into Think and Grow Rich and read that part on the mastermind, and read the part where Napoleon Hill is creating his mastermind group. And even when Thomas Edison is going into his little room and tapping into that is the first key here for prosperity, because you're going to use that as a tool, right? What you're doing is you're taking the limited mind of you, connecting it into the collective unconscious, and saying you're not alone on your journey. You're acknowledging that there's something greater than you. And you're going to tap in, you're going to plug your energy source into that energy source that is greater than you. And you're going to use that to create what you want in your life, right? To create a bigger field of possibility in your own life. So play with that. Let me know how that goes. And if you know someone else who would benefit from these ideas, please share this video. There should be a link below this video. I'll have a link that you can share it with someone else. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.